We reported on this when it happened. According to football star, former football legend, Terrell Davis, he was discriminated against and racially discriminated against, likely. Now he's banned from flying on the airline that the employee who did this to him works for. It's a hell of a twist. I'm going to give you the background and then the update. Here it is.
Your son wanted a cup of ice. Flight attendant didn't hear, cart moved past, and you just reached to tap the flight attendant.
Just like that. I mean, you described it. That was the only interaction I had with the flight attendant. And then once I touched him or tapped him on his shoulder, he spun back and said, "Don't hit me." Went up to first class, and we didn't see him for about 5 or 10 minutes. Then he came back and he placed a cup of ice on my son's tray, grabbed the cart, took it up to first class.
That was it.
That was it.
The FBI Los Angeles field office, which did confirm to us, they responded to this, to a reported flight incident. They boarded the plane.
And I just thought there was like a medical emergency, somebody gotten sick or something. And so again, I'm reading their magazine. And then I looked up and I'm watching them and they're coming down the aisle and they just come right up to me. And he leans over and he's got handcuffs. And I'm looking at him and he says, "Don't fight it, don't fight it." And he puts the cuffs on me.
And your boys are there.
And my boys are there, and my daughter's there, my wife is there. And it's like, I felt so, like I was stripped of my dignity. You know, I was powerless. I couldn't do anything. I'm wondering what's going on. They didn't ask me any questions. I had no chance to even explain what happened, if anything happened. The flight attendant reporting being struck.
By a passenger.
So when they came on, that's the information they had, was that that passenger struck a flight attendant.
Yeah.
With millions watching and many people benefiting from this program called Indisputable, we just need 1% of the viewers to become a paid member so we can continue to bring this content to you. Now back to the show. Insane, right? Put up the picture full mask. Now, let's be very clear. If Terrell Davis would have hit the male flight attendant, he would not have been able to call the police himself. That's guaranteed. The route, in an unexpected turn, United Airlines responded to the ex-Broncos running back without the apology he wanted. Instead, reversing their decision to avoid further backlash. Weeks ago, Davis described on Instagram the humiliating experience on a United flight where he was accused of hitting a flight attendant after tapping their shoulder to get attention. The next thing he knew, a group of FBI agents boarded the plane, FBI boarded the plane, arrested him in front of his entire family. They were going on vacation. They escorted him off the plane in handcuffs, no explanation in front of his family, and no explanation to the passengers. He was just a black man being arrested by the FBI in front of everyone. After an interview, it was determined that Mr. Davis did nothing wrong. They let him go after the interview, despite the flight attendant's allegations. So United issued a statement apologizing for the incident once Davis took the situation public. Though in the latest update, it seems the airline still ran the offense against the player despite him being cleared of wrongdoing. So read the airline's email to Davis. United Airlines' number one priority has always been a commitment to safety. As much as we value your business, United's policy in compliance with our contract of carriage and our legal obligations as a common carrier is to delay or refuse to carry any passenger whose conduct or condition threatens the safety of our employees or other passengers, it reads in part. It continued, quote, "Based on the nature of the reported incident, this shall serve as a notice that you are not permitted to fly on United Airlines or any regional carrier operating as United Express until a review of this incident by United's Passenger Incident Review Committee has occurred. Please be advised that no single United employee can change your status. only the PIC has the ability, talking about the committee, has the ability to review the incident and consider reinstatement of your ability to fly on United or United Express in the future. So Davis said in the Post, the ban came after it was determined he did nothing wrong and was released from being arrested. Quote, and now there's the continued damage of receiving this notice of a travel ban sent to me by United. This company not only wrongfully accused me of something I did not do and had me handcuffed and detained, but they have failed on so many levels to demonstrate any genuine empathy for my family's experience and also at making the real changes to ensure this doesn't happen to anyone else. The airline told the Denver Post the ban came the day after the incident and was rescinded the following day. The email was auto-generated due to the flight attendant's report of the incident. They said, why is this just coming out now? Attorney Parker Steiner said the lack of response from United brought Davis to publishing the email publicly. Up until today, we have received no correspondence or communication indicating that the travel ban had been rescinded. We can confirm we had received no rescinding of this ban until today, just moments ago. And only after Mr. Davis once again went public, posted his statement, said the attorney to the Post. It's unclear what legal action the football star is seeking. However, supporters and fans appear to be taking action, filling his comments with hashtag boycott United tags. So the only time they have responded in a way that's halfway decent is when Mr. Davis publicly calls them out. Prior, there's no communication. And can I be very frank? Either you guys are extremely insensitive and bigoted, or very much so negligent. Because if you know there's an automated message that comes with every complaint, because that is a protocol of your system, as soon as you realize there's no wrongdoing, you bypass that system to make sure there's no automated or automatically generated email banning the person who did not do anything wrong. So one or the other here. All right. Yasmin, thoughts?
Yeah, well, they tell him, stop resisting arrest, don't fight him. That's what they said. That's exactly what we were talking about earlier in the show. Why wouldn't a man who has genuinely done nothing wrong not want to be arrested? I can't imagine why he wouldn't want to defend himself. But this is just a flight attendant's words against a passenger's word, right? And in this case, the passenger happened to be a very public figure. What if he wasn't? What if he didn't have a massive public platform? What if he couldn't just go on CNN and talk to Aaron and bring this whole light to the situation? And I like how they're banning him from their airline as if why would he want to fly on United ever again? It's like the guy who breaks up with the girlfriend before the girlfriend can break up with him. That's the same kind of. And
that's
for
a
Davis,
great point.
Yeah, that's what it feels like, right? And for Davis, expecting empathy from these corporations it's expecting way too much, and it's very sad. But they get away with the most unbelievable things. A few giant airlines have a monopoly on air travel, and they know that people need to travel. They know that people cannot get around this country without planes because we have no trains. That's another story. And they all work in cahoots with one another, so they feel invincible. So whenever stories like this go public, it's good that they're embarrassed. It's good that they have to address what they've done and the things that they've done to their own customers, to their paying customers. And hopefully more light is shed on these types of situations.
Yeah, quite fascinating. And the way the email was sent, you can't fly on United, not United Express, nothing connected to United until we review, and then no one can change this for you but the board. Yes. All right. Obviously that was untrue because they did change it without the board.